I'm coming back just for check in. Hope everybody's doing fine and dandy. It's been a lot going on, but that's either here or there. Just a repeat of the same thing that happened the day before somewhere. You know. Now we are on the watch of a war out there in Iran and Israel. I'm telling you, Israel is to be such a small country. Talks big, don't it? And then I heard that I call him Nick talking about we have to get rid of these facilities because they talking about just blowing us out the water. You mean to tell me these people are talking about killing humans just because of what they believe? Is that is we still in the Stone Age? Are we still in the Dark Ages? We don't know humans are human. uh, and I also is a lot of been a lot of plane crashes, and it's just so sad. Plane crash has been around since planes been up in the air. We know that. Just like car crashes, they've been car crashes since it's been cars. That's like they say, oh, there's thousands of ways a person could die. But I want to read a little bit out of this because I know it's a lot of grieving people out there, no matter what caused the grief. And the atmosphere that we're living in right now, you don't even have time to grieve because it's just one bad thing after another. And we all should be concerned because it can happen to us. It don't matter what your legal status is. If they want to go after you just for political points, that's what they're going to do. Now, because you have a lot of black people out here that could pass for anything. You have black people that look like Chinese. You have black people that look like Puerto Ricans. You have black people that look like uh, um, Africans, Muslims. I mean, you can be a target, and we always have been. But now it's now you have three things to worry about: being a woman, being black, being a legal alien, as they call them. Um, so now they didn't add another one to our status in this country. We all live, yes, yeah, yeah. You know, and we all ain't stupid. We all know that no matter where you go, you're gonna be stigmatized. You're gonna be terrorized. You're gonna have problems. Just being born is a problem. You might be born with birth defects. You might be born. You just don't, life is life. And I'm reading out this book, Alana Bazette, Faith in the Valley, and it has a lot to do with acceptance. It is. We have to accept the world we live in. We have to accept who we are, and we have to accept not everybody on this planet that we share is going to accept who you are. We're going to have to accept that we only here for a moment, how we choose to engage in that moment, and we have to accept that it's time to change. We can't keep living like this. We can't keep giving these people all our power. and giving them more power, losing our power. Now, what this book is talking about right here is acceptance. What did I do to deserve this? We say that. You take on that persona of you think you Superman, Superwoman, because you should have been able to do something about this. Now I know there's people that are suffering now because of that plane crash and all kind of stuff. No matter what it is, why did I deserve this? Why did this happen to me? We all have said that. We all will say that. Why did this happen to me? Well, let's hear something that we can ponder over. Keeping what you have, even when it does not make you happy, leaves no room for your good to get in. Now, that can happen to a lot of us. You know, when we go through a loss, we can't hold on to what was and what could be. That's not accepting what is. We have to continually, every day, accept what is. And it's not easy. Just like I was talking about not too long ago about my sister, how I was trying to get in touch with her. I had talked to her in like 2 years, and I heard that she was in the hospital. I wanted to call her, but I didn't know her number, and I had nobody number to even call to get her number. But I finally got in touch with her, and we talked for about a week. I was calling her, and I began to notice, well, she never called me. And, but I was looking over that because it's time to change. It's time for new beginnings. Hello, I love your earrings. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And so I called, no answer. Now, before she would usually call me back because she's still in hospital. So, but she ain't called me back yet. So I'm like, I really don't think she wants to talk to me. I really don't think she care anything about me or mine. That, for one thing, before she get off the phone, she would say, I love you. And I would say, I love you back. But I'm like, no, you don't. Because for the last 30 years, you have never showed me any love. Okay? But I think she think I'm going to ask her about the family home or something personal. I wasn't. I really was not. I was just going to try to just keep an open dialogue going. But since she haven't called me back, I'm not going to worry about it. I wouldn't be surprised if I call and she changed the number. So, and that's I have accepted that. Accepting means moving on and not assuming. So that's why I had to leave it alone because I don't know what the problem is. So I'm not going to assume that, okay, I know I just assumed she probably don't want to talk to me. But I could honestly say she doesn't. I don't know. I don't know. But we have to learn to accept things and don't assume things. And um, okay, let's go on. It says, holding on to what is old, worn out, or unproductive because you cannot see your good coming. Delays it from breaking through to you. As hard as it may be, and as frightened as you may be, you must let go of all you don't want in order to get all that you want. The universe does not tolerate a void where there is a need. It will fill all empty spaces with its divine substance. When you have a request and make it known, the universe gladly responds. There is more than enough of everything to go around to everyone. That is so true. Don't let nobody tell you that petitioning the Great Spirit for something is useless, because we don't know. Really, we don't know what we want or what we need. We think we do. But uh, we ask for money. You may not get money, but you never know. You may have gotten something that is better than money. You may have got exactly what you need. You can always have what you want exactly the way you want it. There is never a good reason to compromise or settle for less. Are you tired of settling for less? I know I am. You can have as much as you can stand of whatever it is you want as soon as you are ready to receive it. You can have it now, right where you are, exactly as you are. You do not have to be perfected in order to be blessed. In order to have, in order for any of this to happen, remember, you must fulfill one small requirement. You must say no to what you don't want in order to make room for what you want. Isn't that something? Saying no. It's not a very nice word, giving or receiving. Yeah. So to all those are grieving, I grieve all the time because I have children that don't talk to me. I don't know where they at. I couldn't pick up the phone and call them right now. And I grieve what people are going through because of this their status in life. There's a millions of people out there that are waking up to bad news, good news. Um, I found somebody. Uh, I believe this is the kind of president we need. Well, he sounds like somebody that I want to pay attention to. Now they put up four people that they think could run for president in 2028 on the Democrat side. One was Galvin Newsom, and one was Pete Buttigieg, and the other one was AOC, and the other one was, I don't know, I can't think of his name. And I'm like, okay, I can see Newsom. I like his approach. The rest of them, they're not going to vote for no woman, especially AOC. They're not going to vote for Buttigieg because he has that gay stigma. We're not, that ain't going to happen. And the other guy, I wish I knew his name. I should have saved it. But this man, I want y'all to listen to this exchange on YouTube. This is Congressman Carbajal. Carbajal.
I recognize the gentleman from California, Mr. Carbajal.
Carbajal.
Mr. Chairman, it shouldn't come as no surprise that I have serious concerns with both the deployment of the National Guard and the Marines to Los Angeles. I served in the Marine Corps. We are trained to be war fighters, not for crowd control. Everyone here should be alarmed that the president has sent armed forces into a city against the wishes of a governor and mayor. I am concerned this administration is purposely escalating the situation with this step and politicizing our armed forces in the process. Let's call it for what it is. It's political theater. Hexeth, are the Marines in Los Angeles ordered to protect property by any means necessary?
Sir, I would say the ICE officers and police officers being attacked is not political theater.
Just yes or no. Just yes or no.
The National Guard and Marines have the full authority to protect federal ICE agents.
Yes or no? Can you just say yes or no? This isn't Fox anymore. Just yes or no.
They're there to protect federal agents and federal.
Another BS answer. Under the SRUF, the use of force, are Marines allowed to fire warning shots?
No.
No, that's more like it. Isn't that easy? Well, I'm going to beat this drum because you refuse to take responsibility. Will you take responsibility for having made a mistake? Not to mention, many people would say break the law in participating in the Signal group chat that included a journalist, your wife, your brother, where classified information was shared.
Sir, every way I communicate is authorized.
Okay, if you want to say that. I have called for your resignation. I didn't think you were qualified before your confirmation, and you have done nothing to inspire confidence in your ability to lead competently. You broke the law in sharing classified information, and in doing so, endangered the lives of our service members that you are responsible for. Your inability to hold yourself accountable makes you incapable to lead. This alone makes you unfit to be the Secretary of Defense. Secretary, do you think the United States should continue supporting Ukraine in its fight against Russia, a nation that is hostile towards the United States?
Well, as you know, sir, President Trump is committed to peace.
No, I just want yes or no answers.
The United States has spent billions of dollars.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
Over years.
Just yes or no. Can I get a yes or no out of you?
We continue to send presidential drawdown.
It's that easy. Kindergartners can give me a yes or no. Yes or no.
Yes, we support peace in Ukraine.
Come on. Is this really leadership? You're an embarrassment to the United States. If Russia invades NATO allies, are you going to recommend to the president that we fulfill our Article 5 obligations?
Well, Russia has not invaded NATO allies.
No.
President Trump.
No. I reclaim my time. Yes or no? It's that simple.
There's Article 5 in NATO, which we recognize.
So is the answer yes or no?
That's what Article 5 is, yes.
Good. I'm glad you brought yourself to saying yes. Do you think political allegiance to Trump is a requirement for serving our nation, either in uniform or a civilian in the department?
I'm incredibly proud, as are millions of Americans.
No. Not today, head Seth. Yes or no?
Congressman, you know what a silly question that is.
But it's silly enough
Fidelity
to
to the
warrant a
Constitution.
very straightforward answer. Yes or no?
We all support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
You know what? I'm not going to waste my time anymore. You're not worthy of my attention or my questions. You're an embarrassment to this country. You're unfit to lead. And there's been bipartisan members of Congress that have called for your resignation. You should just get the hell out and let somebody competently lead this department.
Mr. Chairman, do we not have any decorum in here?
Thank you very much. I yield.
Now,
Gentlemen, yields back. And I would urge
that
everybody to remember
response, that questioning was what we need. Forget the cardinal. Forget trying to sound like we really care what you say, because we know everything that come out your mouth is BS, lies. Because we know that all you do, your people have been instructed to lie, cheat, and steal, and cause fear. But we are beginning to eat that fear. We're seeing it all over the country. And it's a shame that people have to take time out of their day, away from their kids, away from their duties, away from being happy, to go against this administration. Because it seems like they don't have nothing else to do. They have the best job in the world. Sit back and tell people what to do. And another thing that I want to say about these, a lot of these congresswomen and men, they say a lot of, you hear them talk about it all the time, that they are doing this for their constituents. But you know what? Since you're so into what your constituents, think, why don't they pay your salary? Because from what I understand, all taxpayers are paying their salaries. But their goal is to take care of the people that vote for them. Maybe the ones that vote for you will pay your salary. Maybe your salary should depend on who votes for you. But that ain't gonna happen, because this government is set up. This government came into place by slave holders, white men who owned people. Now, for somebody that literally bought people that was stolen from their land, these are the ones that came up with this Constitution and Bill of Rights and all this stuff. Now, they did come up a Constitution that is a little better than other countries. And it's a shame that we are still living in a world where some governments are so tyrannical that their people live in fear every day, or in prison just because of what they think and believe. And they try to do that over here now. And you don't know what to believe. That's why if we don't stop engaging or listening to them, because you know what, you see all these images. They got them going on both sides. They're talking about each other. Do you know how sickening it is to keep seeing these people fight each other? Only time we really seen that was during, back in my day, Only time we really seen them going at each other's throat was during election time. Now it's every day. Every day. They talking about each other like a dog. So what can we do about it? We're going to have to take control of our lives. Take back our power. And get rid of the old. We got to stop. It's a lot. It's a lot we have to do. But most of all, you have to stop the drinking, the smoking, the drinking and driving, the going out partying, buying the cheap clothes, and celebrating all these worthless holidays, and start speaking the truth to one another. Work on our um, respect for ourselves and others. Work on relationships, meaningful relationships, and start being happy. Set out and get the health care that you need. We have to start eating properly. We have to leave all that junk alone. Junk food, junk TV, junk radio, junk music. It's a lot. We have to change everything because they have had years of studying how to get us to actually assist in our demise, assist in our suicide, assist in our early death. They give us stuff that they know cause cancer. You know, and it's a shame that we don't read the labels. We don't investigate. We don't research. Now I already knew that putting baby powder between your legs didn't sound right. It didn't sing right. It and they used to people used to do that to their babies. I was not putting no baby powder on my little girls, but that just didn't seem right to me. And I might have heard that that's not safe. See, you have to read because they're not gonna tell you this stuff. But now Johnson was fined billions of dollars because they realized that caused cancer and all that stuff. And then a lot of these young ones want to say, well, everything causes cancer. That's when you're like, okay, go on to the next one. Because you have to come back around when they done finally acquire some sense. And yeah, just like now they want to sue the people that made the perms. Who started the perms? Wasn't it a black woman? But then the white people got to it and started making these perms, and they was putting all kind of stuff in there that over years we didn't they didn't put it out there because we don't have any black news stations or black radio stations that will keep us informed on these things. That the perms was causing all these black women to have these fibroids. And the reason why people kept getting these perms is because It makes it easier for black women to get jobs. And they say your hair is more manageable. You can have better styles. And it's cheap. There's a cheap way to keep your hair done. So my hair, I'm telling you, my hair did not take a perm worth a darn. I would put a perm in my hair. This was years ago, so many years ago. It would look straight, but by the time I wake up the next day, it's all puffy and it looked like I didn't even have a perm. So I just stopped getting them because it was just a waste of time. It only be a perm for a few hours. Same way with dye. My hair was hard to dye. And then I had this one person told me, don't dye your hair. Because when you start getting gray, it would start looking real dingy and that dirty gray. You know, people that perm their hair all the time, when they start getting gray and stuff, it's gonna come in. I never did like that dingy gray. That gray. That dirty gray, that's what they would call it. So it's see, and our parents, a lot of our parents don't tell us this stuff because they don't care or they don't know or what's the point? You ain't gonna do it anyway. So they don't even care. You know, I tell my kids stuff, just like I tell them, when you shave your hair up under your arms, don't put deodorant on for at least 24 hours. They didn't know that. That's another way people get breast cancer. I don't even shave up under my hair no more. I don't know if because I'm older, but my hair don't even grow like that. And it never really did grow. Like some people get a whole bunch of hair underarm. And they shave it and then they put deodorant on. No, don't do that. Same way with the pubic hair. When you shave, don't put no chemicals or nothing on for 24 hours. And then I found out that barbecue meat is not good for you because you are ingesting that charcoal. Because I'm telling you something, I bought some last time I bought. No, it might not have been the last time, but I bought some barbecue from this barbecue joint. This was down south, Mississippi. And the barbecue tastes so much like charcoal. Not no that oh shit, what's that stuff you put on the charcoal to light it? It's lighter fluid. So you are not just eating the barbecue sauce, you are eating the charcoal and you are eating the lighter fluid. And I'm gonna tell you something. Some people eat barbecue a lot. I stayed next to this one person that barbecue damn near every day. But it's a lot of changes we're gonna have to do in order to, because this is not gonna last forever. We don't know who's gonna be the next president, but whoever it is, they're gonna have to be strong. They're gonna have to have our back. They're gonna have to punish all these people that are punishing the innocent, that are treating humans like dirt. And they're going to have to put these people in jail that deserve to be in jail because, I mean, they've been breaking the law and the Constitution and all this stuff right in our face. And there's nothing you can do about it. So I'm questioning that Constitution. Because if that Constitution is written for people to take an oath to, but then you have to go to court. But we're going to keep an eye out on this Kabbalah, this Congressman Kabbalah. Yes, we is. Yes, we is. And we're going to have to insist that they pick people that can win. And if they win, they will keep winning. We have entered a new era where your resistance is needed. Your growth, your lack of fear, and your determination is on the line. Not your rights, but your resistance. Okay. I want to give a shout out to all the ones that are going to be at that No Kins rally. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go because I don't have anyone to help me because my bad knees won't let me walk too far. I would have to use my scooter. And I am not, certainly can't stand too long. And I don't have anybody that want to help me go with me. And, because I would have to have somebody drop me off and help me put my scooter together and all this stuff. But one day, I'm going to meet somebody that's going to be there. We're going to be together helping bring about change. So I want to thank you all for listening. Thank you for the comments and hello. And remember, it is something that we could do. Yes. We're only here for a moment. Let's make that moment mean something to usher up a better world for those who come behind us. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.